kind of call it a cheat because you're doing something for someone else, but you get it back like tenfold. Like, so it kind of feeds your soul, right? It's almost like a little bit of therapy of sorts. And I remember someone telling me before that service is the rent that we pay to be here, right? So someone did it for you and someone did it for you. And so it's the rent that we pay to give it back. So it's very important.
Today's guests are two successful brokers who bring heart to their business and their community. Lisa Foster and Greg Desmond are the president and vice president of At Properties Christie's International Real Estate's At Gives Back Board. In this episode, we'll talk about how giving back has impacted both their lives and their businesses, and how you can support the amazing organizations we're partnering with this year. Stick around for rapid fire, because we're warming up for the At Gives Back Pickleball Tournament with some lighthearted competition and a few shout-outs. Greg and Lisa, thank you so much for joining me on Core Values. I'm so excited to have you both here.
Happy to be here.
Yes. So most people don't know, but honestly, you two are two of my favorite At Properties people. Greg, you and I go way back. When I first got into the business, I think I met you. I was like 3 days into real estate, and you and I both worked at J.A. Smith & Associate.
Graduates of the J.A. Smith & Associates training program.
Yes. And then Lisa, oh my gosh, I don't know. There's been parties we've been at. Whenever I'm ready for a good time, I see you and I know it's going to happen.
It's happening.
You're the
queen
of
happening.
Fun.
I will inject the fun time. But you've been a pleasure and a joy to be working with and learning from as we go too.
So great. All right. So I want to talk about, really just kicking things off. Let's talk middle of summer right now. I want a quick check-in. How are things going for business right now? Greg, let's kick it off with you. What's going on? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Actually, I'm feeling great because the year, I will admit, started slow for me. And then the summer slowdown, at least for me, knock on wood, has not happened yet.
Okay.
So I've had some great things going and it's been fun, and having some summer fun too.
Good. Well, I always say, I feel like summer is the best time to get clients because you're just out and about. You're just engaging. Like the weather's great. It's the best time to be in Chicago. Let's face it. Right.
Right.
And, so you're just bumping into people. Right. So I think it makes it a little easier to interact with your sphere.
Yeah. And I was realizing this weekend with some newer buyer clients, there's just so much going on. It's like talking about the weekend. It was just a little more natural conversation.
Yeah. As opposed to the middle of winter, January 15th, when you're freezing your
butt off. What are you binging?
Right. What are you watching?
What are you binging on Netflix? Exactly. All right, Miss Lisa, how is our business looking right now? How are you feeling?
Same. So it was crazy in the beginning, then it slowed down a bit, then it got like weirdly crazy in the beginning of spring, and now I'm in a nice, even busy. Good. Like a controllable busy. Not like the other ones aren't, but I'm not like running kind of crazy. I was talking to Greg one time, I'm just like, everything's on fire. Yeah. So it's really good. Transactions are getting done. People are being sensible, okay. Which I'm grateful for. But you're right. I love the summertime in Chicago. You're right. You just having natural conversations with people. You're in jeans and flip-flops, with like barbecue sauce on your shirt. And it's just like, how's the market? And it's just like,
right.
So it just feels good. It feels like
it's
home.
as good as this barbecue sauce.
That's right. Exactly. They know I'm getting in it. They know I'm in it.
Yeah. For agents that are out there and listening, anything you've done this year or anything that you feel like you're doing in your business that, is just kind of moving the needle, like you're seeing is paying off?
Yeah, I've been staying in contact with people, keeping up with my sphere. I haven't done social media as much as I'd like to. I'm just kind of a more hands-on person. So I may see something on social media and then call them like, oh my gosh, they graduated, or congratulations on that cool thing. Or, so it's just been more of a natural connection. And then, we just talk about the market naturally. I don't call them about the market. I'm just truly calling to see how they're doing. And so I know that they know that I'm competent and I work really hard for my clients. And so it just kind of flows into a natural conversation.
I love that. I love that you see something on social and pick up the phone or send a text, because so often we just thumbs up or heart, so I love that you're doing that kind of personal outreach and it's paying off. What about you, Greg? Any secret sauce stuff you're doing right
I
now?
don't know that it's secret sauce. It's just some of the basics, and a couple of your people. Thank you, Laura. Has really, been, encouraging me to do stuff. And so I've done a lot more social media than I ever have.
Yes, I've been seeing you on it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it really does make a difference. And then it's just, I'm not as good at picking up the phone and calling people, but you're in someone's building, you're on their street. And so it's like taking a picture and texting them and just saying, hey, and it's keeping that connection going with clients that you connected so well with when they bought or sold. And it's keeping that going. And then, the next thing and it's happened so many times, I'm like, okay, I have to keep doing this. But, then a week later, they're like, oh, could you ever help my friend do this? Do you know, something that's maybe further, like, do you know Baumanville? Sure. But they're like, well, we think of you as Andersonville and further east. And it's like, no, I can do that. And then, they send someone.
Yeah.
So
the magic of staying top of mind,
I know,
right?
I know.
We say it all the time, and it's consistently doing it, just, kind of having it in your everyday repertoire, right?
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
When Laura or Rick hear this, they'll sort of laugh.
Yes,
I
of course.
fought it for a while.
All right. Well, I know we're talking today about giving back, being charitable, and how that is something that feels great to us, but also really how it has helped your careers. So, we've just heard you're both successful brokers. You've got some good stuff going on this summer, but I know both of you are very passionate about giving back. Was there a defining moment or experience that kind of got you into this idea of, philanthropy and doing more and finding time for it? So Lisa, let me ask you that first.
Sure. I'm not sure when the exact moment hit, but there are definitely some moments where it's just like, I almost kind of call it a cheat, because you're doing something for someone else, but you get it back like tenfold. Like, so it kind of feeds your soul, right? It's almost like a little bit of therapy of sorts. And I remember someone telling me before that service is the rent that we pay to be here, right? So someone did it for you, and someone did it for you, and so it's the rent that we pay to give it back. So it's very important.
I love that.
You can use it.
Okay, thank you. I love it.
What about you, Greg? Like, what got you into this idea of being so philanthropic?
This sounds a little corny, but, I grew up in one of those families. My parents were like that. I'm much younger than most all my siblings. And so I just really grew up with that. I can remember when, not long after I moved here, and I was volunteering somewhere, it was like overnight at the Lincoln Park Shelter for the Homeless. And I remember someone saying to me, and a friend, not a great friend, well, why would you do that? And it was this question that I had this, dumbfounded look on my face, because I was like, well, why not? It was just always something that, it was like ingrained in high school. It was part of the curriculum I went into. I went into school in Detroit, and, we did things in the community, to help people. So I don't know, it's always been part of me, I guess.
And I think what sometimes we don't realize is when we do go in to do these things, right? Our idea is that we are giving, and it makes us feel good because we're doing that. But then I think what we don't realize is that when we're in the moment, and to your point, Lisa, we see what we are doing, what we get out of that, like the feeling that we get. And it's sort of like, wow, I feel like I was doing this for somebody else, but in reality, I'm really getting more than I even expected.
100%.
Changes your mood, changes how you look at things. You realize it's not that bad.
Right.
The thing that you were fussing about this morning, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
There are people who are in different positions than you that have real issues, and it's not that bad. We have resources, and it's just the right thing to do as a human. Just
nice
is. We got to help each other.
Yeah. And how do you feel like it's helped, because I think whenever it's kind of the go-giver, right? If either of you have read that book, right? But it's just focusing on giving, and then you just end up getting so much out of it. And so again, you're doing this, to give back into your communities, but I also feel like this, definitely impacts your business. Do you feel like you've seen a specific tie to, business success because of the volunteer work that you do? Greg, I'll start with you.
I would say for sure. And you're certainly meeting new people and interacting with people that you might not have otherwise, but they're also very like-minded. So I think anything I've been involved with has certainly led, to some business. But again, it's not why we're doing it. But I think more that feeling, we were just talking about, I think it just gives you that confidence, sort of that, pep to, in June, like really get enthused about one more showing or one more day. I don't know. It's just sort of a level of, and confidence isn't the right word, but, just some kind of self-assuredness, and let's face it, I think, at least I approach my business in a way, we're helping our clients, and certainly we're paid to do that. But, to me, I'm, all about service and providing a level of service that's, much above that, so you're really, it's obviously for profit and not nonprofit and not volunteer. But I think it really carries over to the way we treat our clients and approach our business, at least for me.
Yeah. And I think people have always said, I've heard this saying years ago, where it's like, do what you love and the money will follow, right? Like, so it's like kind of when you just put your heart and your mind into the right place and not focus on what you're going to end up getting dollar wise or other, it ends up sort of working itself out miraculously, right? And so it's interesting too. Has there been any experience that you can recall within the last few years where you've had a specific story related to giving back or being philanthropic, and you're like, wow, this is a moment that made me realize this is why I do it? Like, was there any specific story that either of you can recall?
Yeah, I volunteer a few times with Humble Design, and what they do is that they find the housing for the people depending on wherever they come from, and they kind of map out the home for them. What do you like? What do your children like? Your daughter likes purple, your son likes cars. And they come in for the day, and literally these people have 4 walls and a door.
Wow.
One person had a cat. but you come in, and we are putting up paintings, and we're making the room specific to the little girl or to the little boy, and we're putting in beds, and we're putting in clothes racks, and we're putting in shelves. The things that we just kind of take for granted, we're just fluffing around crate and barrel, like, oh, that's too small, that's too blue. But these people literally have nothing. So these are donated items that go to these homes. We go in there and we do the home for the entire day, and then they come home.
Oh, wow. It's like that show, that Move the Truck show, right? Where it's like,
I am no good. It's like I'm just because you do giving and then you leave, but you've made an impact, but they're literally walking into the impact.
You get to see the reaction.
You get to see the immediate reaction. And I remember one lady said, she's like, my bedroom is like a hotel room, and I just
what a gift.
Yeah, I mean, you are changing lives, and to your point, you doing this for them means that when they get older, they're going to put that give out into the universe as well. It's just it's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have had it, but on rare occasions when I'm in the Starbucks drive-through, and all of a sudden I'll go up and I'm getting ready to pay for my order, and they'll say, the person in front of you paid for it. Do you want to do the next one? And it's just this, and I think, who's the person that stops it? Hopefully no one.
Who is that Scrooge?
Right. But it's just that unexpected thing that makes you change the way that you operate by that impact. What about you, Greg? Has there been anything that you recall that was just a real aha story for you?
My real aha, I think there's been a lot, but this is several years ago, but a group where I had recently joined the board, and it's called ABLE, and they give performance opportunities to teens and young adults with, developmental disabilities. And, and it's some of these, it's really severe. And after the show, there's the gathering, and it reminded me almost of being in a play in high school and that fun after, and there's that same excitement. And I introduced myself to one of the parents and said who I was, and it was her daughter that, when I had seen a show earlier, kind of inspired me to get more involved. I knew the founders of this, and I wanted to help them more. And she looked at me, and then the tears started in her eyes, and she said, "You have no idea. I never thought she would do anything." And to see her up there, and on the stage, and she gave me this huge hug. And, it's grown, fortunately, but, and I was just getting involved. And then she walked away, and I just felt so good. And I had brought a friend, and she looked at me and she said, it's just what every parent, they want their kid in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And it just was like, wow, You know, and so that really, and I was so jazzed that I had just joined this little board, and I was like, okay, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna take over the world,
Change
kind
the
of thing.
world.
Yeah, but even think when we did the Sarah Circle, there was a group of us from At Gives Back that went and served breakfast a couple months ago.
The women's shelter for Women's Month.
Yeah, in Uptown, and there was a woman who was hoping to be a real estate broker.
Really?
And so she was like, "You all are realtors?" And you know, she asked. We gave her our numbers. I of course didn't have a card, and I wrote it down. And she's like, "You're giving me." I know. Sorry, I shouldn't tell you that. She said, "Wow, you're giving me your cell phone." And I was like, "Well, yeah."
That's what I do as a real estate agent.
And I didn't want to tell her I didn't really have an alternative, but it was like, of course. And remember, they were so excited that we were all encouraging them, you know, and, you know, saying like that car has the, you know, there's donations, there's scholarships, there's way you can go to the school and get your license. So I think, you know, while the one with Abel was something, I just felt like that was a really great day. You know, but it's every time you volunteer, I think there's a little bit of that.
And I think sometimes we get so busy and we rush through our days, and you know, sometimes I think we let good opportunities like that to go by, you know, so it's always good to stay mindful and make sure that, you know, there are big things, little things that you can be doing on a daily basis. So I do want to talk a little bit about our own, you know, charitable, you know, philanthropy and amazing executive team. The two of you are on it for At Gives Back. That's our charitable organization. That when did we actually officially start that? Did we establish it 8 years ago?
It's been around for some years. I do not know. Greg and I actually started a few years ago, but it's been going on.
I mean, it's been at least like 8 to 10 years, right?
I think at least.
It's been a while,
like 12.
And I just loved it because I think one of the reasons why we decided to do it is because as we continued to grow, we had so many agents who wanted us to contribute to really great causes. But I think, you know, as a company, it gets hard to be able to do everything for everyone. So that's where we thought, why don't we flip this a little bit? And why don't we create, you know, an organization and then be a little bit more thoughtful on every year being able to contribute to either one organization or, you know, a set of organizations, right? And allow it to be a little bit more, I think, organized. And it's been really successful. So why don't you give a little bit of a pitch or tell a little bit more about our philanthropy?
Yeah, so we've been doing amazing work. In recent years, we've been giving to one or two charities. Last year, we did the pitch out to other agents to submit charities for us. And so it was great because we got like a ton of submissions.
I think we had 64.
Yeah, this year we had like, I thought we had 80 something.
Maybe it's 80. I don't know. It was overwhelming.
But it was great because it was just saying like, yes, we support these organizations, but what are you doing? You know, because we don't know everything about all the smaller ones. What are you guys doing in your communities? And so they submitted those, gave great submissions. And then we made some decisions kind of based on categories. And so we're actually, are we doubling our donations this year?
We are. Yeah.
We're doubling our donations this year.
Yeah,
so in addition to the $100,000 that we already had allocated, we're giving an additional $100,000 to smaller charities so we can make a big impact in those spaces. Yeah.
And I think for everybody who's listening, I think one of the things that I heard last year when we were talking about it is, you know, for some of these smaller charities, I mean, look, $100,000 is amazing for a major charity, but even for some, $5,000, you know, buys supplies, can, you know, do so many things. So that's what really hit me last year when I heard that is, you know, when you break it all down, there can really be some great dollars that go towards these smaller charities to help keep them afloat and get their momentum, you know, going.
We're so glad to hear you say that because this year, you know, whether it was 60 or 80, we had so many. Like what our agents are involved in is incredible. Like should make you really agents. Proud of the company.
We have great agents. Like, it's do. Really, it's it feels good to know that they're doing their work.
And so to get down to 7 is how we decided. It was so difficult. But what we really looked at as a group, what we decided, and not really, it sort of happened a little more organically because we broke up into smaller groups. What we all really looked at was the impact that a $5 or a $10 or a $25,000 donation would have on an organization, and you know, and chose really worthy organizations where our impact would really do a lot.
So we have done so much. I mean, a lot of charitable giving over the years. So I want to bring up some of the specific charities, though, that we are impacting. I know we have a big one for this year, but then you mentioned, we've got a lot of smaller organizations. So do you have kind of some insight into who we are going to be impacting in 2025?
Of course.
Yeah, we do. We've actually got our list finalized, so we can share it now. And our largest one is Free the Dream.
Right.
We're also going to be helping Cal's Angels, Digs with Dignity, Envision Unlimited.
Right. And then, so those are our three at a higher level. And then we've got Beat the Streets, an awesome organization, with kids in the city. And then One Tale at a Time, which is a terrific, I think people in social media, they've got a great social media, but small. And HHH Ranch, which is a combo of helping rescue animals, farm animals, but then to have them be like therapeutic animals with kids and adults. So it's a great organization. And then our last one is the Lori S. Bauer Foundation, which deals with people who can't have the means to deal with an unexpected loss and dealing with grief.
Wow.
So, and we were saying just the impact, we found 7, although it was really difficult. We felt like these were the 7 most maybe that we could make the biggest difference in.
I love that. Like, that gives me chills, and what I like is it is a little bit of everything, right? It's focusing on our pets, who so many of us, are near and dear, have our dogs or our cats. And, so it's giving to, pet organizations, but then also just grief and, just so many big things that hit people. And, one of the things that I've learned is you don't always know when it's going to happen to you, and so really seeing some of these amazing organizations that are out there and able to help people is incredible.
Right. So between kids and cancer and, food and home scarcity, it's thanks for noticing the diversity because we really tried to be conscious of that.
Yeah, we're all connected. It's all connected.
Yeah. I love that. So let's talk a little bit about our agents and how they can get involved this year. I know you've got a cool, should I say it or you say it? The 20.
Rex should say it.
Which one? The 25 for 25?
Yes, yes.
All right.
So tell us about 25 for 25.
Okay. 25 for 25, something we're just launching. I think everyone knows it's the 25th anniversary of At Properties. And we're asking our brokers $25, not, pennies, but not a huge sacrifice. We're asking all of our brokers to give $25 for their deals for the rest of the year each time they close out in the DMS. And the amount of brokers we have, I'm sure you can say the exact number, Amy, but
3574. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, and my math,
that was good.
That's really good. But my math won't be good enough anyway to multiply it. But maybe not one. If you could do this for every deal you have the rest of the year, we would be able to make such an impact in the way we've doubled down this year. We want to we thought that this was a year to really double down, right? Yeah. But we want to make sure, Lisa and I have pretty grand plans, and we want to make sure that we can continue to do that every year because there's another, 60 some, organizations that people have nominated that we want to help next year.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more we tell people, the more nominations we'll also keep getting. And we want to be encouraging our brokers, whether they're doing it through At Gives Back or whatever,
and
to help us.
Let's think about what we spend $25 on. Like if I think about my bad latte habit at Starbucks, I just cut 4 of those out a week, and
mine is
we're
iced
at
tea.
the 25.
Yeah, mine's iced tea, and I'm the same way.
Yeah. But I think the point too is that a little goes a long way. And if we all do it together, like there's an African proverb that says, many hands make light work, right? So instead of me giving, forking over $2,500 or whatever the number is, if we all kind of added in and pitched in, I know we're having, some people are having more difficult times. And, sometimes the money just quite isn't adding up. But when I tell you that little money goes so far, and if we do it together, it really makes a huge impact. And what 100%. We're able to do. So if we can really work together and you put it in your DMS. So when you're setting up your CIS and in your deal management system, I've been around so long, we were doing it on paper. You remember that?
Yes.
We were doing it on paper. I'm like, it's a click.
So we make it very easy for
We
you
make
to
it very
automatically have
easy
it
for
as an
you.
auto
It
deduction.
automatically
right?
happens. You can make your selection. You can choose any amount. We're just asking for 25 as a minimum, but feel free.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, people out
Right.
there, think about it. $25 for the year 2025, 25-year anniversary, all good things. A little does go a long way.
It really
Well, let's
does.
talk about, I'm really excited for this. I've already started practicing. But what is our big charitable event this year for At Gives Back?
Drum roll. Go ahead.
In case anyone has never heard of this,
Yeah.
right? It's the biggest craze in the world
It's
right now.
different too, because
Yeah.
we usually do the
Yeah.
golf outing.
Yes,
So
no
this
golf
is
outing this
different.
year.
Yeah.
This year it's going to be
Pickleball.
yes. You heard that
So
right, people.
excited.
Get your little
Pickleball.
rackets ready.
Yeah.
So tell us
But
a little bit about. I think we're still finalizing details,
Correct.
right?
We're figuring all that out,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure that this is open to very casual pickleball players and people who have never played before.
Yes,
Okay.
because we
So,
know there's some
yeah.
serious people.
Yeah,
There are a few serious people out there.
right. And then there's some
Jorge
not so
Abreu.
serious.
I'm not so serious.
But we're also going to make sure it's a venue where you can come and just have fun.
Great.
Because we felt like the golf outing was maybe, a little too golf focused.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard for people who wanted to get involved. If they didn't golf, what could they do?
Sure.
So this is going to be something, if you want to play pickleball, great. If you don't, come laugh with your friends, laugh with us who are trying to play, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Not to mention the healthy competition. So
Right.
there's been times before we had some summer outings and softball, like it is rough.
Lisa's really competitive.
I remember one time we were playing softball and like Dad stacked the deck like with all these like
All his friends who play. Yeah,
professional players. So hopefully we'll get some healthy competition.
Oh my God, that's gonna be great.
Right. So the really good pickleball players, you need to call Lisa and I because we want to be in your bracket.
Yes. Well, I'm excited. I think that this is really going to open it up. I mean, let's face it, pickleball is like all the rage around the world right now. So I think we are going to see so many more people being able to join this. And I love that you don't have to play. You can go and watch your friends. You can get probably some food and drink. There'll probably be good music. And I'm sure there'll be some raffle prizes because aren't there always?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm excited. So you all should stay tuned because as soon as we get the information, we'll get the details out to all of you for date, venue, to make sure that you don't miss out.
Yes,
fun.
because you're not going to want to. It's going to be fun.
I'm going to want to see all the outfits, and I would love for people to
the
start bringing
gear.
team names. There's going to be a lot. There's a lot of ways to make this very, very
Correct.
fun.
Team names.
Yes, that'd be
That's
great.
a fun one too. We gotta add that to it.
I
Team
know, to
names,
the list.
yeah.
Thanks, Amy.
All right, are you two ready for my rapid fire session?
Okay.
This is the fun part of core values, all right?
Okay.
And we decided, since pickleball is all the rage, we're going to make this first one the pickleball edition. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to ask a question. Each of you needs to answer.
Okay.
All right. Lisa, we'll start with you. What's your pre-game pump-up song?
So like anything kind of hip hoppy, like with a deep beat, some Biggie or Jay-Z.
All right.
Boom.
Greg.
Mr. Brightside. I'm going
Mr.
old school.
Brightside. I love that.
Or
I love
Homesick
it.
by Noah Khan. That was my big song last summer. So that's good too.
Ooh, what's your pre-game ritual or superstition?
I'm a woman of a certain age, so I need to stretch all the time.
It's a good ritual. It is a good ritual.
I'm a stretcher now, and I like to hydrate because I got to drink before I start playing.
There you go.
I want to figure out how good the other team is and what I need to be prepared or unprepared for.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you could choose anyone, famous or not, as your pickleball doubles partner, who are you picking?
Who am I picking? Paul Blackburn, because I love him.
Okay, I'm going for.
He's gonna have a martini in his one
That's my
hand.
boy. That's why we're connected.
Pickleball racket in
That's
the
a
other.
very good one. I'm going to go with Dawn Lynch from Bucktown.
Oh, okay.
Only because Dawn, she taught what got me into pickleball was
She
an
teaches
at
it?
balance. And then we took her class at the Park District.
Oh.
So
fun.
I'm going for a ringer.
Oh, you're winning. You're going to win. I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
And she's fun too.
I bet she probably knows it.
Yeah.
What's your secret weapon on the court?
I get in someone's head, like I'm gonna stare her down or
Yeah.
Don't let this bright sunshine fool you. Like I will get in your head.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's my really bad shot that just barely makes it over the net and they're ready to
It
kill
works
you.
in
But
your
then
favor,
then it
yes.
of course really works in your favor. I'm really good with that.
All right, you just won the pickleball trophy. What is the first thing you do?
I'll have a Manhattan.
There you go.
I don't know.
Perfect.
Sorry, it's got to involve drinking. at
I'll
some
have
point.
an up martini then.
There you
I'll
go.
raise you a Manhattan. See you with the up martini.
Okay.
Cheers.
I like it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Now for some shout outs to your fellow At Properties agents. Who do you want to face in our pickleball showdown, Lisa?
Who do I want to face? Let's go with Peter Olesker.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Petey. All right. What about you?
I'm going to go with
Greg?
Craig Isaacson.
Oh gosh, he's
Yes.
going to be
Yeah, Mr. Marathon.
yeah.
So
yeah.
Mr. Competitive.
I know.
Yes. Who's most likely to trash talk during the match?
Who is most? I'm going to say George Schultz.
Allie Ballard.
Oh, 100%. Good old Allie. I love it.
Yeah, that much. Oh, that was like a ringer though, right?
Yeah.
I'd say Megan Turpak too.
Oh, I could see that.
Right.
I could
Yep.
see that. Yep.
Mhm.
Who's most likely to challenge a line call?
Allie Ballard.
Totally.
I'd say Tom Moran.
Okay. I could see that. I could
Okay.
see that. Tom, we could see you doing that.
Come on, Tom.
All right. Who will secretly be training for this tournament?
Who is secretly training? Who do you think?
Danny Glick.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm
he's going to
gonna-
be a ringer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
I've
great.
seen him ice skate before. He's like not to be played with.
Okay.
Ice skating?
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I don't
Yes.
know pickleball.
Well,
Just
he's like a huge triathlon star. It's
yeah.
amazing.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say Rick Sobin.
Ooh, that's a good one. He
Oh,
will be
yeah.
secretly training. You know, Mr. No worries.
no
big
just
deal.
just
Perfect
doing this for
hair,
fun.
yeah.
Right. And he won't want to lose to Paul, so he's training.
Oh,
right?
yes. All right. And last one. Who's most likely to show up like it's Wimbledon? Headband, wristbands, matching outfit. That might be you, Lisa.
I don't
I know. I was thinking that.
I am all about the flair. So, like, first of all, I've never played pickleball, full disclosure. So I'm going to learn. I'll be on the novice team. But I feel like if you can't play, you should at least look good.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
know. Maybe,
Besides me.
I know Mary Grant.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Mary's fabulous.
Right.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think she's also a pickleball player, but I'd say Mary.
Yeah.
Have her
She
headband.
plays tennis, pickle. She's very competitive. She comes off as kind of like, I'm just doing this for fun.
No big
and
deal.
Then
And she's fabulous. She's
Yeah.
very fashionable.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
and she's part of the board.
She
Active
is part of the
back.
board.
Yeah.
She's an excellent part of the
So
board.
she
yeah.
will be there.
Right,
Yes.
she'll be there for
Flair
sure.
and
So maybe
all.
that wasn't a fair one. I'm trying to think of someone else will be.
Well, you know who else will show up and play and be very competitive and all ready to go in gear? I was just in the 5K with them a couple weeks ago. Is Team Mangle from the North Shore.
Okay.
Catherine and Kelly,
Oh my gosh,
they're
what
amazing.
sweethearts.
Yes, they're,
They're
all
gorgeous.
about it.
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
Barry and Elena would both be decked out.
Yes.
Well, and you know who we should get there, who would really be decked out is Carrie McCormick.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would count on her to
Carrie's
have the
great.
perfect
She's a
outfit
sweetheart.
since she always looks so good.
She does.
Oh my gosh,
She does.
do you all hear that we are calling and coming for you? You all better show up for our pickle
Exactly.
tournament.
Come on.
Date is coming, but we can't wait to see you all there. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be just a great, I think we're going to have a great turnout. I think it's going to be a really fun time. And, you know, it might be a new tradition that we continue on every year.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, the two of you, Greg, Lisa, thank you so much for joining me on
Thank you
Core
for having
Values.
us.
Kenny, thanks
this
for
has been
having us.
so
I love it. And
fun.
core values.
I know, right?
Talking about At Kids Back.
Talk
It's-
about a
it's
lot.
awesome.
Like, I can't
Yeah.
believe we weren't doing this before.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yes. It's so fun. And
It
you
is
two,
fun.
again, have been two of my favorite guests. So
Oh.
I'm excited to see what we do and what great things we do together this year. 25 for 25. Remember that, people.
25 for 25.
All right.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we'll see you next time.